Hey guys, James here today, and welcome to another house building video here in Aluna Island. This time we're on the other side of the canal, building another sort of one of these central central island lots. This side of the canal, I want to do them like what I wanted to do is make them like townhouses. So this is kind of like a townhouse inspired design, obviously islandy inspired as well. So it's a 3-story home, ends up being 5 bedrooms. It is not fully furnished. This is because obviously with any world you download or any world currently in the game, not every house is fully furnished and not every house is, you know, furnished at all. So this one is, I decided it would be partially furnished. The main reason I decided that is due to time constraints, because as you know, Christmas is coming up very fast this week, and I have a lot of things to do and not a lot of time to do it. So I didn't have all the time in the world to do this build, but I did what I could in the amount of time I had available. So anyways, I mean, like I said, not every build in this world is going to be fully furnished anyways, and not every lot is even going to have a house on it, because you wouldn't want to download a world that has no free lots anyways. So I haven't decided what lots I'm going to leave free. Probably a couple of these central lots, and then probably a couple cliff lots here and there or something. I don't know. Maybe some couple flat ones too. I don't know. We'll see how we go. So just designing the home, I wanted to add these 2 little poofs out on the side. And by poofs, I mean little pop-out wall bits. I don't know. I'm going to call them poofs. Added a couple of poofs there. Just add a little bit of detail on that side, because it's obviously right next to the main island park, which is that beautiful grass field right there, and a little playground and some chess tables over there. You can see the house we built last week on the other side. You can see it a little bit there in the bottom right-hand corner. So just so you can get a little bit of reference of where it is. This is lot number 37 of the world. If that probably means nothing to you at all. But anyways, yeah. So it's a little townhouse lot. I believe the lot size is I think it's 20 by 14. So it's obviously not particularly massive. And I did these lots on purpose. I remember when I was building the world, I was like, this would be fun to do, sort of little small lots, sort of little townhouse style. That was always the intention, to sort of make this area kind of townhouse inspired location in the central of towns. Obviously, more dense living here in the center. All the houses are sort of crammed together. As you get further out in the island, the houses get a little bit larger, a little bit more spacious and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is the reason for townhouses. Beautiful lemon colored door there. I don't know. I thought it looked kind of good, so I did that. I wasn't entirely sure what color scheme I wanted to go for, but I mean, obviously in the end here, I went for this sort of, I guess, pastel kind of yellow color and white trims here and there. So on the inside, I initially do, I mean, you'll see it when I get there. I initially do stairs and the layout a certain way. Then I decided I wanted to change the layout entirely, just because I wanted to. Yeah, so you can see I'm doing the initial layout here. One thing, a couple of things when I was playing The Sims 3, especially now with the latest Sims 4 update with move objects, where you can move the objects up and down vertically, I miss that a lot. And also the fact that The Sims 3 is just so laggy. Oh, it's awful. Good game though. No, don't get me wrong, it's still a good game, but it's just so, like, it's just so, I guess, heavy. It feels heavy compared to The Sims 4. If that even makes sense. I don't know. I mean, of course, to be completely fair to The Sims 3, I have, 11 expansions, 10 stuff packs, tons of store content installed, and it is like a 5-year-old game. So it's fair enough. I'll excuse The Sims 3, of course. It's still a wonderful game, of course, but I just wish it wasn't so laggy. That's all. Yeah, so this is the initial layout, which I didn't like at all. It seemed really boxy, really boring, really lame. So I came back, as you can see here, and completely changed my mind. I decided to do the stairs facing the other way. Kind of, I guess, again, sort of inspired from townhouses I've seen and been to in reality. In the fact that they have sort of like kind of U-shaped stairs sort of spiraling up the side of the lot. That's kind of what I wanted to go for here. The only problem with it is they take up a lot of space to the left and right, because as you can see, I have to have a cutout of one square next to the stairs, because it sort of warps the floor. So they do take up quite a bit of space, but I think they look kind of cool in the end. So you know that's what we went with. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I in the end leave it open so it's in a really nice sort of balcony kind of viewing area. Of course, it warps the exterior wall, so what I did instead was use that sort of vertical white wood wall, which you just saw very, very briefly, but you will get a better look at it in the screenshots. Of course, you can view all the screenshots and download this house from my website, link in the description down below. Very easy to download. Yeah, so the hallway, or the sort of, I guess, yeah, hallway, is the same on every level. Well, there's only 2 sort of upper levels, but so that is going to be, it's kind of hard to explain when I'm moving about really quickly. But when we get into the furnishing stuff, I sort of slow down a little bit, just because with furnishing, I mean, I also noticed this today when I was in The Sims 3 was when I was trying to find something in The Sims 3, it's so hard. And I mean, in The Sims 4 they have the little search bar, right? I don't particularly use the search bar that much at all in The Sims 4, but I suspect once we get to a point, like if The Sims 3 had a search bar, like let's just use that as an example. If The Sims 3 had a search bar for objects right now, it would be tremendously useful because I'm always scrolling forever in certain categories trying to find stuff and I can never find it. And right now in The Sims 4, I don't think it needs a search bar because, I mean, it's very useful, don't get me wrong, but I think later on down the line, a couple of years down the line, when we have all this additional content, a search bar would be immensely useful. And I think it will come in handy a lot. And I guess especially with custom content as well. I have not really used any custom content in The Sims 4, so I don't really know how much of a difference that would make to that. I mean, obviously it would help a lot. I guess especially if you're trying to find new content and you don't know where it is, it'd be useful. Anyways, enough talking about The Sims 4, because this is The Sims 3! Yeah, so I just recolored all the stairs to white, which actually took a long time. I should have set the color before I did it. Just adding all of the doors in. This part of the build, actually, from about 10 seconds ago, this was all live streamed onto my Twitch, just randomly, because it was about 12 a.m., about 2 hours ago from when I'm recording this, 12 a.m., and I was like, well, this build needs to be posted in 4 hours, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired because I've been busy this week, and Christmas is coming up. I've got things to do, so I'm tired. I mean, I'm exhausted, but I need to get this done. So let's just live stream. I just did a random live stream. I didn't really announce it. It just sort of emailed followers on Twitch or notified them. And I also tweeted it out. So if you're not following on Twitter or Twitch, make sure you do that because my Twitter and my Twitch channel are linked in the description of every video. And also you see at the beginning of the video, it sort of overlays it and says my Twitter and my Twitch. So make sure you're following me on either of those for any more spontaneous live streams in the future. I mean, majority of the time I do announce them on YouTube, but this particular stream, which you will be able to watch on my Twitch channel. If you go to my Twitch channel and go past broadcasts, it will be there. Not the best quality. Don't expect any sort of HD quality because I can't stream in that good of a quality. But anyways, the point of the story is that I am tired. And I was very tired of the live stream. It was kind of just a bit of silly fun. I mean, I guess it could be good to just chuck on in the background or something like that. Anyway, so we started off with the kitchen. And just doing some pretty basic stuff. And you can see right here when I'm scrolling looking for stuff, how useful it would be to have, you know, any form of search in The Sims 3. I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know. I like, when I was doing this, I was just like... And the reason because I was trying to do this earlier today, obviously. I didn't want to leave it till a few hours before it needed to be posted. But the reason I kept sort of jumping out of it was because I couldn't decide on a color scheme. I don't really know what I was doing. I don't know. I just went for this hideous blue table in the kitchen because I thought it was funny. So I put it in. I was like, that's hideous. Let's keep it. And I thought it was quite fun. Yeah, pretty basic kitchen, you know, pretty standard stuff. I mean, the idea for this house was it wasn't supposed to be, you know, fully furnished. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's not supposed to be fully tailored towards any design kind of style. I mean, this lower level is the only fully furnished level. So I fully furnished this level with a kitchen, dining room, and living space. And then the bathrooms are furnished, and then nothing else is furnished because the rest are bedrooms. And you can do as you wish with those. Initially started doing a horrible brown colored carpet. I was like, no, that looks awful. What am I doing? Then I went for this sort of light kind of green colored wall, which I actually think looks really nice. I don't know. I thought it looked quite nice, so I did that. Spent a lot of time as well trying to figure out how I wanted to do the dining room, like how I wanted to lay it out. It was kind of, it's because the dining room is sort of like a hallway slash dining room, it kind of made it interesting to try and fit the table in. You can see here I'm trying to try different things. I thought the table could have been awesome and have it sort of on that diagonal wall. It just would not fit though, so I forgot about that. Instead, put it in the corner there, and I was going to do a whole room rug, which again I thought was going to be a great idea. I adjusted the room and everything, put a large rug in it, and then realized that was a bad idea. A lot of bad ideas to be had in this stream, that's for sure. Well, this part was live stream anyways. A lot of bad ideas to be had in that. If you wanna see all of the fun, you can of course, like I said before, view it on my Twitch. Sorry, just having a drink there. Doing a couple of curtains, and that's more or less it for the dining room. I mean, I had a couple of chairs and a mirror here in the little corner. I did play test this at the end as well, this house, because I was unsure if a few certain things would work. So I made sure that everything could be used, and it worked just fine. So no need to worry about that. I wanted two matching sort of paintings on the wall there. Like, I mean, by two matching, I mean I wanted two frames, picture frames that were the same size, but different pictures. But that doesn't really exist in the Sim 3, unless you actually use a sim to make paintings, which I wasn't going to do. I wish you could just buy, like, paintings from the easel, you know, like if you in Buy-to-Bug, I wish you could just buy them. That'd be useful. You can't do that in Sims 4 either, which is kind of a shame. So figuring out what to do with the living room here, because as I was saying before, these stairs take up a lot of room, and your Sims can't necessarily walk under the stairs. So I thought, you know what, let's chuck a TV under there. It looks beautiful, and it did look beautiful. So that's what I did. Yeah, so we chucked the TV under the stairs there and have the two sofas there. Then you saw I briefly put a mirror in that weird nook, because off to the left of the stairs there's like a 1x3 space that is just there, and there was really nothing I could do with it, like nothing useful. And that space is there because, first of all, the upper levels can look down. So they have the sort of the balcony where they can look down to the ground floor. And so then I couldn't really cover it up with a wall because, you know, they can look down. So I had to leave it open. But then it, of course, left that 1x3 space, which is incredibly useless. As you'll see when I put some decorative objects in there later to make it look like it's not useless. But it totally is. Just going around doing some lighting in the living room now. Making sure it's bright enough. I was pondering what to do in the nook once more. That was the original look, having some hay. You know, that's where the family stores all of their hay. Getting a little desk. Little University Life desk in there. And a chair. And it's looking quite fancy. Yeah, so that's a little study area there. I mean, there are 5 bedrooms, or 5 places for bedrooms, but you could easily turn... I was considering turning one of the bedrooms into a second living room, just because, I mean, 5 bedrooms and 1 living room is not that spacious. I mean, there's plenty more space upstairs that you could have done stuff, so I don't know. I left it sort of as blank slate, so you could do whatever you wanted, because I wasn't sure what to do, and I'm sure you guys have great ideas for that. So just a little bit of a painting on the wall there. I think we're about to move on to the nook anytime soon. Oh, no, we're getting a little giraffe and elephant. Here's the nook. Am I doing it now, or am I giving up? Oh, yeah, I was just doing stupid stuff. Got an expensive painting. Well, actually, speaking of expensive, a house is currently $57,000. Not too shabby. I don't know what it goes for in the end, because I didn't check. Yeah, so we did a potted plant. We did a little hoof. I don't know what that thing is. A little, I guess, step or stool kind of thing. And a little shoe rack there. It's kind of a little decorative item. Looks like it's useful. It's not. I mean, in reality, I don't even know. Oh, in reality, what would you even do there? Nothing, really. Probably just put a light and maybe a chair or something. And I don't know. That's really, really cramped. Anyways, it's going around the house, adding some lights in all of the places. All the rooms. To make sure you can see. Because generally, eyesight is a pretty important thing in a house. Because you generally want to be able to see, I guess. I mean, you don't have to, but I don't know. Maybe you do want to see. What? What am I talking about? I'm sorry. It's 2:10 in the morning for me. I'm tired. Excuse my ramblings. Why won't you excuse them? All right, so we have 2 bathrooms here. These are sort of like family bathrooms, so neither of them are en suites. I decided for the lower bathroom that this would have a bathtub, and the bathroom upstairs would have a shower. just so there's a little bit of variety, so they weren't just carbon copies of each other. There's no bathroom on the ground floor, so keep that in mind. That would be kind of annoying. If you if you wake up in the morning, you're downstairs watching TV, and you go to the bathroom, you're gonna go upstairs. Oh no, gotta go upstairs to go to the bathroom. It's not that annoying, but still, I mean, it'd be convenient to have one on the ground floor. I don't know. Initially went for a baby blue shower color for some reason. Did not like that, so I changed that soon anyways, don't worry. Nice little painting on the wall. Little, I don't know, it was end table and a plant on it. This is the ensuite bathroom to the master bedroom. So it's really not that fancy. This is a sink, toilet, and a shower. Keeping it simple. I was adjusting the colors to make it, basically adjusted the colors back to the default shower, just because I thought it looked better. And I think we're done with the interior here. I go around and change the wall colors a little bit, so they're not all so grey and drab, because it was a little bit depressing. And then I go around and add a few more lights, and then I think we jump outside and do some landscaping, if I'm not mistaken, to sort of finish it off. Yeah, we do. Okay, so here we're outside, of course, doing a similar or a matching landscaping style to the rest of Aluna Island. Have a nice big pathway there on that side. And our classic little hedge and a picket fence out front, because I thought it looked beautiful. A couple of palm trees, only 2, because I didn't want to overcrowd the lot with too many trees, because you just get in the way. Do a little outdoor dining table on this deck here. The other decks upstairs are left empty for you to do whatever you'd like. And then just go around adding some shrubs, adding some little palm trees here and there. And that pretty much finishes it off. And we'll jump into the screenshots in just a moment as well. The typical Aluna Island flowers. Just adjusting that tree so it didn't clip through the walls. Added a pathway down the right-hand side just to finish up the lot, make it look like it is. Sort of blends in with the world very nicely. It just sits in there quite cozily. So here we are, almost... There we are, jumping into the screenshots. Here's the front of the house. You can see the town square behind us and the main park off to the left. Here's another little angle of the house. So, of course, this is a townhouse. The idea is to have 2 more townhouses off to the other side of it and 3 more on the other side. So it'll be a nice little dense sort of townhouse. I think it's going to look awesome, albeit it's going to take forever to do. It's going to look awesome though. So obviously here we're just going through all the exterior shots before we jump inside. Nice low angle shot looking upward from the street level. So here is the main living space. There's the front door, obviously in the center of the screen. Here's another angle where you can see the stairs. Pardon the wall glitch. That's just what the game does. Another little angle you can see through to the dining room there from the desk here in the living space. And there you can see the kitchen on the left, living room on the right with the entrance. This is the dining room. Here is the kitchen, the wonderful kitchen with the beautiful blue tiled table, which looks exquisite, by the way. Another little angle where you can see back through to the dining room, of course, straight on through there. Here is the first floor bathroom, and we're going to jump up to the second floor bathroom, which is just there, slightly different. And then I think we look at, I don't even know what we look at now. Okay, floor plan shots here. Obviously, ground floor, then we'll go up to the first floor and the second. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Of course, the download link is in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to keep rambling until I actually have to do the outro in just a second. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.